This weekend, the NASCAR Cup Series is going to head out to the Talladega Superspeedway and to race at this 2.66 mile track. And it is going to be the second playoff race of the round of 12. The first one was Texas, and we saw Tyler Reddick getting the job done there. And it makes four consecutive non-playoff driver victories. And it's getting very interesting because we're heading into Talladega, and we very well may see a fifth new winner in the playoffs. And I look at drivers such as Ricky Stenhouse Jr., your Justin Haley's, your Todd Gilliland's, Michael McDowell's, and so on here. And today I am here to give y'all my full predictions on how things will play out. But I'm also here doing a Pick 5 contest. The rules are the same as always. Comment your top 5 down below in the comment section. And if you go 5 for 5, you get an autograph of your choice. And if you go 4 for 5, you get an unsigned hero card. So comment down below. Who knows, you may win a prize. Enough said here. On to the intro we go.
I'm Chase Brisco, driver number 14 Ford Mustang for Stewart Haas Racing, and you're watching William Blackwell on YouTube.
This past weekend out in Texas, we saw a very chaotic weekend. We saw a lot of tire failures, mostly the Fords and Toyotas, not really none of the Chevys at all. We saw Denny Hamlin, the driver of the number 11 car for Joe Gibbs Racing, getting into it with the 24 car driver, William Byron of Hendrick Motorsports. William Byron turned the 11 car under caution on the Sunday night race, and Hamlin was very upset and thought NASCAR should penalize the 24 car, which they ultimately did not. And that made Hamlin and that whole entire 11 team very, very mad. The race went on, and we saw Tyler Reddick getting the job done there. A new winner, I guess you can say, in the playoffs. That's not a playoff driver. We saw Eric Jones started off in Darlington to win. Bubba Wallace in Kansas. Chris Buescher in Bristol. And now Tyler Reddick in Texas. Does the trend continue on to Talladega? I believe so. I believe that Ricky Stenhouse Jr. of JTG Daugherty Racing, that is owned by Jody and Tad Geschecter and co-owned by NBA star Brad Daugherty, will go to victory lane. This is going to be the first time the big team will be in victory lane, I guess you can say, since the 2014 Watkins Glen race, where we saw AJ Allmendinger getting the job done there. Second place, though, will be the 42 car of Ty Dillon. Ty Dillon is one of the sport's most underrated drivers on super speedways. He's very good, and he always manages to avoid the big wrecks. And Ty Dillon coming home second, I believe, is on the table 100%. Third place, though, will be Ty Dillon's teammate, Eric Jones. That Jones boy, Ken Squire used to say. I believe he's going to have a good weekend. He nearly won the race back in April. Why not win it this time around? I don't see why not. Eric Jones is going to be up there contending for the win. I believe at the end of the day, though, he will finish P number 3. P4, however, will be the 2 car of Austin Cindric. I believe Austin Cindric is going to head into this race, I guess, a little bit on the edge and wanting to ride it around and not be involved in the big one. So he's not going to go for the stage points. He knows he's going to have to win a race to make it to the round of 8. And he has 2 good tracks coming up. Talladega, a track very similar to Daytona, where he won the Daytona 500 earlier this year. He can win this race. And he can also win the Roval. He's a phenomenal road course racing driver. So he has 2 opportunities. I expect him to ride around, and at the end, when it's all said and done, he'll be going for the win, like he did in Daytona a couple weeks ago. But rounding out my top 5, though, will be no one other than Justin Haley. Justin Haley is a great plate racer. He's won numerous times in the Xfinity Series at a plate track, a lot at Daytona and Talladega. I believe he's going to be very quick and going for the win. But there you go. Stenhouse winning the Talladega race. Second place, Ty Dillon of Petty GMS. Third place, Eric Jones of also Petty GMS. Fourth place will be Austin Cindric of Team Penske. And rounding out my top 5 will be Justin Haley of Colic. But a lot of y'all might say, who's my dark horse? It's got to be both of the front row motorsports cars, but more exactly, Todd Gilliland. I like the pace he's running with lately. At Texas, mostly in the top 5 in the last stage for Todd Gilliland, and that caught my attention. I'm sure it caught a lot of y'all's attention. Todd Gilliland will be going for the win, I believe, this weekend in Talladega, so do not count him out at all. And lastly, for all the viewers out there that are looking into Tropical Storm Ian, there's no worries. It will not affect Talladega on Sunday. So good news there, but bad news is it's still going to come up. But enough said here. But everybody, though, remember to please like and subscribe.